You know, Lisa, we spoke about this in the com box that they started really slowly. Their opening again didn't fire. But then there was Rahul Tripathi who came and rescued Hyderabad.
Yeah, and his numbers are up there in probably the top 2 or 3 in the amount of runs that he can score in those middle overs. So outside of the power play and probably before the 11th or 12th over, his strike rate is really good. And that's why he plays such an important role for Hyderabad, because if they do lose wickets early, he comes in and he almost counter punches. He doesn't necessarily soak up the pressure by just getting singles. He actually goes back to the bowlers. Now, it hasn't necessarily worked the first few games, but it did today.
Joy, you know, in the com box, we saw that he had just broken the shackles because he hit those 3 fours at the 10 over point, and then there was no stopping him after that. 100-run partnership with Markram also.
Absolutely. And if you see the first part of the partnership, the first 50 odd runs they scored, and Rahul Tripathi had 39 of them, and Markram just had 11. He was just dominating the partnership. See, the one great thing about Rahul Tripathi is, one, he's a busy player. B, he uses a crease very well. And, so he can step back, hold back, and just look at that 100-run partnership. 63-37 is actually a better mix. Markram really got going towards the end. Hit some beautiful shots through the offside, but Rahul Tripathi was the man who set the pace on this. And I think it's important to realize that how important he is for them, exactly that, those middle overs. So spinners, he knows exactly to cut, how late to cut, how to sort of bisect those fielders. That's what Rahul Tripathi is very good at. Field comes in, he'll loft a couple over the top. He forces them, of course, the greatest man, the man who used to do this the best was Brian Charles Lara, his coach. But Rahul Tripathi is one of the few players who has that ability to be able to manipulate the field.
Lisa, Rahul Tripathi has spoken about how when he was with Dhoni in the same camp, he had spoken about how he wants to learn from Dhoni how to finish games, and clearly he's taken that tip from Dhoni today. He's somebody who seems very cool and composed under pressure.
Yeah, he is. I think it comes through preparation. Years of practice, but also being put in those situations, learning off experts. People that like Dhoni and other senior players like Brian Charles Lara, soaking that up and understanding that. But once you've done the preparation, once you've had a lot of performances out there in the middle, whether it be domestic or other tournaments, then you can come in and be very calm and relaxed, because you've done all the work and you just need to go kind of almost flick the auto switch and away you go. You see ball and react to it. He looked in control at the whole time. We saw that Chahar was bowling and getting a fair amount of turn. He tried to sweep him hard the first over. Ball kind of stuck. It wasn't the right length to sweep, but he stuck at it and he started to select the right balls to do that. And once you start doing that to your spinners who can cause a bit of pressure on that type of surface, and once you find those boundaries, then all of a sudden, it breaks the shackles and things start to move quite nicely towards your target.